Because it was one guy in the Midwest that I'm not gonna let nobody.
Yeah.
This guy, goddamn it, you talk about a monster first album? You talk about a monster?
Yeah.
And came out the blue with some with a lexicon, with some goddamn vernacular you ain't never heard before, man, and put on and truly you can say he put on his city on the map.
Yeah.
You cannot take out Nelly's impact with Country Grammar and Nellyville.
Oh yeah.
Peacocks, I'm gonna let you weigh in on the giant that Country Grammar is and what it did to hip hop. It was a tectonic shift. It shifted shit.
It did. It did. And that was my getting ready to graduate from high school, getting ready to go to college when Country Grammar dropped. That album dropped that summer. Look, say what you're gonna say about Nelly, right?
Say what you're gonna say. Say what you're gonna say.
Same thing you can sort of say about Nelly, you can sort of say about Ja Rule as well.
Come on.
And let's be honest, Nelly was sort of singing them raps and stuff like that too. He ain't no lyrical monster, but let's not act like nigga Nelly couldn't rap, dog. That nigga could rap. You know,
he could rap now.
He could rap. I'm not talking about he wasn't no lyrical beast, but that nigga could rap. Okay. Yeah. Country Grammar, man. When Country Grammar dropped, first of all, when that first joint came out, when the Country Grammar, the single dropped,
hot shit.
It was amazingly hot across the videos, the song on the radio. That's what helped really kick the album off, man. But then to drop all the different other singles afterwards on Nellyville with EI and Ride With Me and and Batter Up, you know. I mean, you know, Country Grammar, Diamond RIA status certified platinum album. That's 10 million plus. Diamond. That's a debut album.
Come on, Peacocks.
Now look, people say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? And I'm not gonna act like I was the biggest Nelly fan back then. I wasn't, but you know, hey, shit. The shit resonated with people. It did. And not only that, man, that first video, Country Grammar, dog, bro, you can't do nothing but put a stamp on your city. But to have them, the way them niggas came out wearing the Rams jerseys backwards, you know, the Cardinals jerseys backwards, the arch in the background of St. Louis, the St. Louis arch.
Man, like, come on.
They sat there and put that city on, bruh. Put that city on they back with that shit.
Yeah, they did.
Can't really stamp coming out the door off the break. If you're going to sit there and say, yeah, this is what we are, this is who we are, this is where we are. And then to not be any more blatantly than what they did when Nelly dropped that Country Grammar video, bruh. And that started a whole new style too.
Come on, let's talk about it.
The Band-Aids on your face, backwards jerseys.
You did that.
I mean, that's crazy. So that first album is big. Yep. But it's not enough. 2 years later, it drops a sophomore album.
Ooh.
Right? Now, Nellyville didn't sell as many records. It's only 8 times platinum. Right?
Only 8 though, right? Because only 8 though.
So if we're doing the count between the two, right? Country Grammar is now certified diamond. I think it's 10 or close to 11 million now. Nellyville's 8 times platinum. We're talking about basically close to 20 million records sold between your first 2 albums. And then let's talk about the singles from Nellyville.
Talk about it.
Let's just talk about the first 2 biggest ones.
Ooh.
Hot in Here, 8 weeks on top of the Billboard Top Hot 100.
Come on now.
It takes a break. And then the next week after that, Dilemma starts its 11-week run as #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with Kelly Rowland. I did an episode on the Vault. For those of y'all, go vaultclassicpod.com. I did an episode about the summer of 02. I specifically talked about Nelly's run in the summer of 02. He owned the summer of 02, right? Okay. And that's something considering who dropped and who was big during that summer. Nelly started the summer with Hot in Here and took it and had it #1 for 8 weeks. And then Dilemma comes by and it pretty much closes out the rest of the summer with #1 for the rest of the summer. You wasn't going anywhere in your car that year, listening to the radio and Nelly not be a part of your journey. That's big, right? And that's just those 2 songs. If you want to talk about one of the more popular songs off of that album, it was a single, but culturally, it became a phenomenon because what it did for a brand.
I need 2 pair, B Cox. Give me 2. I need 2.
Air Force Ones?
Give me 2 pair.
Nelly took the price of Air Force Ones from $90 to $150.
Yeah, thanks, Nelly. He did that, B Cox. He did that.
Because, I mean, how do you? That's the impact.
That's the
impact. Put the city of St. Louis on his back, and then look at what Nelly did. Gave legs to the St. Lunatics, especially Murphy Lee.
Murphy Lee was dope. He was dope.
Gave room so that Chingy could actually get out there and do his thing. That somebody considered signing him to Disturbing the Peace and have him go out there to have his run. His little short, as short as it was, but that his run.
Yeah, he had a few bangers.
Jaquan having a couple of huge, massive hits that came out in 04.
True.
Jabs. How many other rappers from St. Louis that have followed afterwards?
He did that.
The hardest thing to do as a city, man, as a area, as a region, is to kick the door down. And that's what Nelly did.
Yeah, he did.
And he did it in a way that he had widespread appeal. Off the break, everybody was fucking with Nelly. Not just black people, white people, Asians, everybody. That's how you don't sell 10 million records
with just niggas. I promise you that.
You don't sell 8 in the follow-up with just black people.
Come on, Big Guy.
No, you don't. So what did he accomplish with that?
What did he do?
He accomplished what a very few rappers do in their first few albums. And made it to the point where it was like he was undeniable. He was getting play on the black radio stations and the white ones, the pop ones too. That's how you sell 10 million records. That's how you get a diamond record. And people have their jokes or whatever it is. Like I said, nobody's going to sit here and argue that Nelly's the best. But, man, give the dude his props for what it is he did for his city and how he put them on the map and how he created a moment, because he had some collaborations during those times, too, where, you know, I mean, it was just, let me put it this way. Jay used to say he used to run every summer too, man. Go to look at the summers from 2000 to 2004, and I guarantee you Nelly is right there every single summer. And Nelly said this during that Drink Champs episode, or whatever episode. I don't know, was it Drink Champs, another podcast, where he said, man, when I was out, it was competitive on the airwaves. You battling with Jay, you battling with Ja Rule, you battling with Eminem, you battling with Dr. Dre. You battling with all of them. And somehow, some way, he found a way pretty much to top all of them commercially. And that's saying something.
That is saying something. Because
only other person who could probably say during that time period that sold more than Nelly was Eminem.
Yeah.
And he's white.
He's white. So he's got it.
That's not to discount him, right? Because we already know during that time period, he put out probably his best music. But let's call a spade for a spade. The only person who sold more albums than Nelly during that time period was Eminem.
Because nothing you said, I disagree with, man. You nailed it on as always, brother. I mean, the thing with Nelly, just to close the cap this one out, man, you can't take away that man's impact. It was catchy.
No, yeah,
it was influential. You know, he had a mass appeal to the guys, thought he was cool. The chicks digged him, whatever. And when that goddamn video Country Grammar, first of all, I'm like, well, shit, I ain't know the women was that damn fine in St. Louis. I said, well, shit, let me get my ass down to the loot end.
Exactly.
And I liked it because he always stayed St. Louis. He kept the same, her, all them boys, all the St. Louis chicks. Shout out to all them boys, man. I really appreciate their contribution, man, and adding to this, you know, to this thing we love, man, called hip hop.